Chelsea are open to signing Osimhen and are ready to pay his release clause. According to TBR, Chelsea could break their transfer record with a huge bid for Victor Osimhen to take him away from Napoli. The Blues are likely to exercise a release clause of $130 million, but they still want a structured payment along with the prospect of additional players and add-ons in the deal. Napoli president Aurelio De Laurentiis is known as a tough negotiator, and in the case of his star striker, he will not seek anything below his $130 million release clause. Chelsea are reportedly willing to pay on condition that the Napoli Supremo can agree to a payment structure and include players and additions as part of the agreement. Chelsea are interested in getting the services of Aston Villa goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez. According to the TBR report, Chelsea are expected to look for a new goalkeeper in the summer despite having made a large investment to strengthen their position last summer. The London club is interested in including Emiliano Martinez in their squad. Martinez has gone from strength to strength since leaving Arsenal. He has established himself as one of the mainstays at Aston Villa and has done wonders for Argentina on the world stage. Villa have thrived under the guidance of Unai Emery, and Martinez has become one of the Spanish club's most important players. Although his contract with the English club runs until the summer of 2027, and he is an integral part of Emery's plans, Villa could still find money to buy players in the upcoming transfer window. Despite the 31-year-old's importance to their team, Villa could still allow his departure to raise funds. Chelsea are aware of their situation and are trying to make the best of it. The Blues want to make Martinez their new number one starting next season. He was one of their targets last summer before they finally signed Robert Sanchez and Georgia Petrovic. Nico Williams is increasingly being linked with a move from Athletic Club. Williams' release clause at Athletic is believed to be in the region of $60 million, which would make it difficult for Barcelona to reach a deal, given their financial difficulties. Premier League clubs can pay it more easily, but for Chelsea and Aston Villa, they also have financial problems. This was revealed by 90 Minutes, who reported that the two clubs had canceled a potential deal for Williams due to his salary demands. The 21-year-old reportedly earns $200,000 a week at Athletic and will ask for a pay rise if he leaves the club in the summer. Neither Chelsea nor Villa are willing to pay Williams that kind of money, so they have dropped their interest for now. Athletic Club will be happy with that, as will Barcelona, whose competition is halved. Chelsea want to complete Willian Estevao's deal as early as possible. Chelsea hope to reach a deal for Willian Estevao from Palmeiras as soon as possible. The 17-year-old right-winger has, so far, agreed personal terms with the Stamford Bridge outfit. Of course, the ink hasn't quite touched the paper, but the wheels are already moving. Initial talks suggest a hefty offer of around $32 million, according to Fabrizio Romano. Negotiations with Palmeiras, Willian's current club, will begin soon, but Chelsea is wasting no time. They want this deal done faster than you can say samba. Chelsea want to complete Willian Estevao's deal as soon as personal terms are agreed. As reported, negotiations are ongoing with Palmeiras while Chelsea want to finalize them in the next few days to avoid any surprises. Chelsea believe he is a generational talent and a huge opportunity. Estevao must take advantage of his opportunities and make the most of them. There is a lot of potential in this player, and it seems like all he needs is a platform to showcase his talent. Let's see what Chelsea do in their pursuit of this young talent. While it is true that we need some older players in this young squad to lead and provide direction, the Blues have always looked to give younger players the opportunity to play at the top level. Sergio Aguero claims that Chelsea wanted to sign him before joining Man City. The former City star revealed that in 2009, when he was still at Atletico Madrid, Manchester City had expressed their desire to sign him after he established himself as one of the best young strikers in world football. Aguero went on to win numerous titles with Man City and become one of the greatest strikers the Premier League has ever seen, and a man who would become a legend at City. Speaking to YouTube channel The Club, the former Argentina international said, "After that game, maybe 2 months after, my agent said, to me, Chelsea are interested. I just played 3 years at Atletico Madrid." He further revealed what Stamford Bridge legend Frank Lampard said after the England midfielder joined City in 2014 on a short-term contract. Aguero added, "I spoke about it with Frank Lampard because Frank Lampard played at Manchester City. He said when I played against him, he told the staff at Chelsea to sign me." Tottenham and Chelsea are interested in recruiting Tosin Adarabioyo from Fulham. According to Foot Mercado, Tottenham will also face competition from Chelsea and Newcastle United. The 26-year-old will be a free transfer at the end of the season, and it is unlikely he will renew his contract. A summer move is imminent, and it will be interesting to see if Tottenham can win the race for his signature. They will need defensive reinforcements at the end of the season, and the 26-year-old could be an ideal choice. Signing him on a free transfer would be a very good deal, and would allow Tottenham to improve other aspects of their squad too. Adarabioyo is a proven player in England's top flight, and he should be able to make an instant impact at the North London club and develop them. Likewise, Chelsea are quite vulnerable defensively, and they also need quality defenders. Thiago Silva left the club after his contract expired, and he had to be replaced in the summer. The 26-year-old Englishman could be a quality replacement for the Brazilian. Whoever ends up signing him on a free transfer will receive a huge offer. Sebastian Kehl has confirmed he will try to sign Ian Matson this summer. Speaking to TNT Sports on the eve of the Champions League semi-final second leg win, Kehl was asked about the possibility of keeping Ian Matson in the long term. He said, "We'll see. Ian Matson is on loan, but in the end we need to take any decision. Matson is still under contract with Chelsea, so that means we will be in touch and see whether it is possible or not. I know the players are welcome at Dortmund. They feel at home, especially Jadon," he said. "Know our club quite well." Matson, meanwhile, turned down the chance to join Burnley on a permanent transfer last summer, after helping them secure promotion from the Championship during a loan spell at Turf Moor the previous season. However, he was little noticed at Chelsea, and was rarely used in his natural role as a left-back, with Mauricio Pochettino often choosing to play him on the wing or as an attacking midfielder. Darren Bent says Chelsea's Cole Palmer has excellent pace with all the other outstanding parts to his game. Bent told TalkSport, "For Cole Palmer to go to Chelsea and do this and have an impact on what he has done, he looks incredible. He was also quicker than I thought, because when he picked up the ball and released it to do a 1-2, my goodness. When he put his feet down, he slid past people. I think he is at the perfect club. Cole Palmer has a faster brain than most people. Palmer has a high football IQ, which means he is already one step ahead of his opponents, which is a deadly weapon when you combine that with incredible technique and maturity. For a 22-year-old, Chelsea has a new secret weapon in the Europa League competition. Chelsea are within reach of not only qualifying for Europe, but possibly the Europa League. For most of the year, this seemed like wishful thinking, although mathematically it wasn't that far off. Moises Caicedo and Conor Gallagher have a strong record together this season, so breaking off, that partnership would be a risk despite other senior options being available. Nicholas Jackson could do with some help up front, but his return of 13 goals in 29 starts is better than most of his previous goals. Pochettino is willing to prioritize fitness in his defense, resting Trevoh Chalobah and Thiago Silva in the 5-0 defeat against Arsenal, even though they are building a connection together. However, on the other hand, an established team has emerged. Marc Cucurella has started 9 league games in a row, and is now actively moving into the middle to reduce the space around Caicedo and offer more passing options. Gallagher and Caicedo themselves are almost always present and know each other's games inside and out. Jackson has also started 12 consecutive league games since returning from the Africa Cup of Nations and earned his place back. He started connecting with his fellow attackers on a more regular basis, rather than seeming disjointed and out of place. More of a systematic problem than a personal one. In various roles, Palmer has only failed to start 3 league games since the start of October. It didn't seem to matter who was around him. The space seemed to be his and his alone.